Now on CoastTV News.
Fenwick flooding.
It's only getting worse.
How a $300,000 study could reshape Fenwick Island's future.
Route 24 risk.
I am terrified to drive.
The new ideas on the table to cut delays and prevent crashes in Long Neck.
With the threat of more rain, flooding is a primary focus for the forecast.
This is CoastTV News at 6.
Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis.
We begin tonight in Fenwick Island, where they had their own share of rain this morning. And if you're familiar with Fenwick, a lot of times that turns into bayside flooding. CoastTV News reporter Kevin Zapay shows us what the town has planned to try and solve the problem.
A little rain may not seem like a big deal, but for Jim McGarry in Fenwick Island, one bad storm can leave his whole house surrounded by water.
We'll have nor'easters that come up, and when that happens, we'll have up to a foot of water in the street in front of our house.
Floods are a constant problem in Fenwick Island, which is why the town is looking for solutions. Susan Brennan is the chairman of the Infrastructure Committee. She says they already have an engineering firm in place to start running studies on flooding in town.
We are looking to incorporate the information that we have to be able to use it moving forward as we project what we need for our town.
According to Brennan, the study will be specifically for improving the bay side of town and will cost around $300,000.
It is our number one priority.
And McGarry agrees.
It's only getting worse, and so there's not an understanding of how the water system drains here, the piping that's in there in the ground and where it goes to. So if we had a better understanding of that, we had a better understanding of how high the bulkhead should be.
This study plans to start this August and will take 12 months before they go back to the Fenwick Island Council and show their 5-year plan on reducing flooding in town. I'm Kevin Zapay in Fenwick Island, CoastTV News.
And it's not just Fenwick. Dewey has its usual flooding post-rain. Here's some looks at a few side streets.
And that was the same case in Long Neck. Large puddles in parking lots, those could be seen today. And now let's look live outside into Lewis. Ooh, those clouds look a little ominous. As our first alert chief meteorologist Paul Williams joins us. Paul, a lot of people after yesterday's tornado warning probably a little on edge.
And there's a good reason for it. And plus, we have such a tremendous amount of moisture and heat energy in place that we have thunderstorms that are popping up out of anywhere. For example, case in point, we've just been issued a marine warning, which is basically a severe thunderstorm warning, but going out towards the water for Dewey Beach, Bottom Hills, Ocean View, and Bayview Park. This will stay in effect until 7 o'clock. And in other areas, we're staying pretty clear as far as flood watches are concerned. But you'll notice, here's a look at that cell that's causing that concern right there near Bottom Hills. It's already producing some hail at this present time. Gusty winds up to about 50 to 60 mile per hour winds, but it's moving very slowly along Highway 1. So between Bottom Hills and Ocean View, we literally have a wall of rain that's hindering any kind of travel there. All that being said, we have some additional scattered showers and thunderstorms falling from the north to the south, courtesy and kicked off by this trough. So we're going to have fast forming storms within this hour going into, let's say, the 8 or 9 o'clock hour for tonight. And we were conscientious about that because we had a lot of energy in place. Temperatures in the 80s, but notice the dew point temperatures are in the 70s. That combination makes for volatile situation, at least for the next hour and a half to 2 hours. Now, we will stay calm after we hit the 10 o'clock hour, but we got to get there first, Charlie.
Thank you, Paul. Issues at Route 24 in Legion Road intersection led to a public meeting with locals, DelDOT, and Delaware State Police. People say something needs to be done to reduce the near-miss accidents that happen on a daily basis. Some calling for a traffic light. One woman says her and many others in Long Neck share the same fear of being hit, as well as the frustration of waiting 10 minutes to pull out onto Route 24.
It's very dangerous. Seriously, I sit there every day if I have to turn in and pray. I'm always watching the rearview mirror that no one runs into me.
A DelDOT engineer was at the meeting. He says he will take all of the suggestions into consideration as he continues to work on a traffic study. And this brings us into our CoastTV poll. We want to know, what is the need on Route 24?
Let's take a look at the updated results. 49% say bypasses or alternate routes. 28% say more lanes, 17% say roundabouts, 6% say nothing.
And we do have a comment tonight. Garrett of Lewis says, need more east-west routes besides the ones that are already available. If you haven't voted yet, or if, like Garrett, you want to leave a comment, go to CoastTV.com or use the mobile app, and we'll show you updated results on Coast TV News at 11.
Sussex County's land use reform group met again today. People from all industries like engineering, farming, environmental science, all working to develop draft recommendations for Sussex County Council, all to shape the future of growth and development here in Sussex County. Coast TV News reporter Brandon Ferguson in the newsroom. Brandon, right now the group has drafted over 20 ideas for council.
Maddie, here is the full list of the 22 recommendations from the group, and here are some of the takeaways from these recommendations, including increase maximum building heights in strategic areas to build more units that would be more affordable, like apartments and condos. Another is coordinating road improvements with major developments so road infrastructure can keep up with the speed of building. A third, refocusing subdivision design around conservation efforts. Working group members want to see more open space and to adjust AR1 zoning. That's what you see in most single-family developments. Right now, it's 2 units per acre anywhere. The group wants to see that zoning only be in areas for designated growth. Now, all these recommendations are in the draft stage, and at the next meeting for the group on July 25th, they will go into more detail about these recommendations before they head to County Council. Back to you guys.
Delaware is raising tolls and DMV fees. That's going to start August 15th. The toll on I-95 in Newcastle County going from $4 to $5. Same for Cash and Easy Pass. The Route 1 toll in Dover and Middletown for those with Delaware Easy Passes, $1.50 weekdays, $4 on weekdays, or weekends rather. But here's the big change. For those that are paying in cash or don't have a Delaware Easy Pass, it's $2.50 and $6 respectively. For more information on the fees, check out CoastTV.com. The Delaware State Fair just announced the launch of a sensory inclusion initiative. They're teaming up with a nonprofit called Culture City, which helps people with sensory sensitivities or invisible disabilities. The program will be led by specially trained staff and will offer a quiet, safe space with tools like fidget toys, noise-canceling headphones to help guests feel more accommodated. Note, this is not the first time that the fair is attempting a sensory initiative. In 2024, Sensory Friendly Afternoon was canceled after claims of not being sensory friendly by Autism Delaware.
Let's take you to Fenwick Island, where last year a dredging project cleared 2 channels, but the markers have yet to be moved to the right spots. New tonight, Fenwick recently got approval from DENREC for those markers to move.
Local contractor is going to be doing it for us, and he told us he could get started like as soon as we got the contract signed. So I am signing the contract today, and off we will go getting these channel markers in for the new dredging project that we just completed.
According to the mayor, you can expect those new channel markers in place anytime before July 24th. And we have a lot more news to get to this evening.
Helping the homeless beat the heat, how you can help out the residents of Theros Village.
And we're in for another round of rain. We're seeing isolated thunderstorms between Millville and Ocean View that's already producing some hail at this present time. We'll track this storm and what's on the way for the rest of the night.
But first, Riding Center Reaches Veterans, a program at Southern Delaware Therapeutic Riding, giving former servicemen and women physical and emotional relief. When we're back in just 60 seconds. Imagine walking around with pain, anxiety, not sure who you can trust. Sounds pretty terrible, right? Well, for many of our veterans who suffer from PTSD, that is the reality. And for all veterans in this area, there is a program at Southern Delaware Therapeutic Riding that aims to help our veterans combat those issues with a silent form of communication. Take a look.
Walk on.
John Dill spends his Fridays here at the Southern Delaware Therapeutic Riding Center off Harbison Road.
Good boy.
His partner?
Yeah, you're good.
Patches the horse.
You're supposed to stay right with me.
Their weekly training and walks
Walk on.
a far cry from the way Dill spent a majority of his life.
I joined the National Guard in 1971. Spent 42 years. I had a tour in Iraq, in Baghdad. I suffer with PTSD, and sometimes my PTSD acts up depending if I get stressed out. And this experience has helped me control that.
John is just one of the veterans taking part in this 8-week program. Another already is scheduled for the fall. Veterans groom their horses, walk them,
Size up. Good job using your body there.
and practice various exercises like these.
Yay, Izzy! Good job, Iz. It develops a bond and a friendship between the veteran and the horse that builds confidence, self-esteem. We've seen amazing connection happen from the start of the session where we've had veterans reach out when they've had a bad day to come see their horse. So that's a sign too that relationship that's been developed is helping that veteran through difficult times.
What you're seeing here is described as natural horsemanship. It's not about doing tricks or anything like that. It's about communication, learning what the horse is feeling, how to speak with them, work with them, and above all, build trust. The veterans I speak with here say that's not something that is left in this arena. That trust and communication comes with them every moment when they go home.
It makes me very calm because I have some issues with anxiety.
That's Angela LaRosa, an Army veteran and newfound friend to Brumbley. Has it helped you in your life outside of here?
Oh yeah, tremendously.
How so?
Assert my boundaries, letting people know what I'm not going to accept, being more a little bit outspoken instead of always feeling like I couldn't walk the boat. But if I can handle the horses, I can handle people.
In the military, we learn to try to keep our feelings to ourselves because that's who it is, and we have a mission. But the thing is, if you're really actually having a problem, you're not only affecting yourself, but you're affecting other people, and you've got to take care of yourself.
By taking care of Patches,
Good boy. Filthy.
John says he's taking care of himself in a way he just couldn't before.
I think that they're a special breed of an animal, and they need attention just like we do. They have feelings, and we have feelings, and I think that you can share those feelings with them, and they understand those feelings. They understand you.
The horses, not just teachers, but healers.
You love that head massage, don't you?
Four-hooved heroes serving these heroes who served our country.
Good boy.
For Coastal Connections, I'm Madeline Overturf.
Well, we're going to have another night of isolated thunderstorms that will just pop in and pop out when it just feels like it, kind of a situation. That's the kind of randomness that's happening with this pattern as of right now. In Lewis, we're looking at thick cloud cover, overcast conditions, and 79 degrees. Winds pushing on to the north. It's going to begin to at least cut down some of the energy, but not all of it, before some thunderstorms begin to kind of spring up. We are expecting for a chance of scattered showers to continue up to about the 8 o'clock hour in the immediate Lewis area. In Lewis, we're at 76 degrees. We're at 81 Long Neck, Millsboro, Dagsboro, Gumboro, as well as Willards. Dew point temperatures 71 to 75 degrees. So when you have just that much moisture, courtesy of the dew point temperature, a moisture measurement of the atmosphere, that gives us open door for some thunderstorms just pop in and out anywhere. We've had over 1/4 inch of rainforest officially in Ocean City, actually over 1.5 inches in Wallops Island, but this is the latest look at what's happening with the rain shower activity. This is a trough that's to our north, and that's going to begin to kick in and give us an opportunity for some scattered showers for later today. We've just been notified of a marine warning. Now, a marine warning is a fancy way of saying a severe thunderstorm warning over the water. All right, this is tracking to the east pretty slowly, and this is the latest look at this. This is creating some thunderstorms and some hail right now. This is near Ocean View. We're looking at blinding rain between Millville, South Bethany, Ocean View, right in that little area right here, and just right along Highway 1. just east of Bayard. That's where we're seeing those strong showers. We have some additional rain that's developing over to our west. This is relatively pedestrian stuff for right now, but it could flare up a little bit down the road, so we'll keep a close and watchful eye for that. But I think our greatest deal of instability will be right over this area, because even our models are indicating by 6:30 we're looking for Long Neck, Dewey Beach, Rehoboth Beach. And this actually verifies well, because yesterday's model run was talking about the best chance of thunderstorms to form right here in this area. And then by 7:30, the model's indicating a flaring up between Millsboro and Selbyville. So that's what we'll be monitoring for tonight. And if we have some severe thunderstorm warnings for tonight, we'll keep you updated on our app. And if it turns into tornadoes like yesterday, then we'll go on the air and let you know about that. Cloudy for tonight, 72. Along the coast, temperatures in the 80s. Tomorrow's going to be a little more cooperative for us. And we may get a passing shower or two quickly, but it'll be very short-lived and out of here. Saturday morning, we start off in the 70s into the 80s with clear skies on Saturday. And the weekend is looking much clearer. You see Saturday 86, Sunday 87. That's going to be a nice change of pace. Now, we're back to the rain on Monday and Tuesday and really going into Wednesday. Here's a look at your extended forecast. We'll start clearing on Friday. We'll stay clear Saturday and Sunday, and we'll go right back to that rainy, stormy pattern Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of all of next week.
Thank you, Paul. The Taros Village, that's an area for the homeless on the old Troop 7 site on Route 1, is asking for bottled water to help keep the people who live there cool in the heat. People can drive up to St. Jude the Apostle Church on Saturday from 10 to 1. Taros' goal is to collect 100 cases, but they are looking for a more permanent water solution.
While we continue to negotiate with Tidewater Utilities on opening a water spigot using the city water so that we don't have to collect all those plastic bottles and fill landfills and so on. So environmentally a better solution, but temporarily we need the bottled water.
Taros is also looking for donations of sill to help level the campground there and prevent flooding from rain.
The Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
We've reached the season finale of our docu-series Into the Trenches following the Cape Henlopen 2024 football season. Last week's episode showed the Vikings still have a shot. Despite a loss to St. George's Tech, Cape grabbed the final spot in the postseason. Can the Vikings upset the top-seeded Sallies in their rematch of the 2023 state title game? Let's take a sneak peek into what the season finale has in store.
On the next Into the Trenches.
They went up there as the 8th seed. Like, this can happen. We believe it, and we need them to believe it.
We showed what we could do last year. We went and won 2 games on the road.
If you put it all together and play your best game tonight, you will win.
I know some of these guys up here. I know what their intentions are. It's to embarrass you.
Play for an audience of one, whatever happens.
Into the Trenches, a new voyage on the Delmarva Sports Network and DSN Plus, sponsored by Preston Automotive.
And we will have some live content at Cape Henlopen High School tonight. Summer League soccer continues with Sussex Tech, Woodbridge, and Cape Henlopen all battling across a pair of games this evening. The games are live over on DSN Plus right now. That'll do it for sports. Have a great night, everyone.
We're tracking hail along Double Bridge Road near Ocean View as well as Bayview Park. We'll keep a close eye on that storm. Fred Schoeraker of Laurel, you're our umbrella winner. Congratulations. And here's a look at your exclusive 10-day forecast. We're looking at 86 on Friday and Saturday, 87 on Sunday, and then another round of rain kicks in all of next week.
All right, Paul, thank you, and thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 6.
For more news, more local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
The NBC Nightly News is up next.
And we're going to see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 11. Have a great evening.